I assure you I will ensure everyone has insurance. Assure versus ensure versus insure. Assure, ensure, and insure have the same underlying meaning, but they each have a slightly different use. Assure is the only one of the three words that means to reassure someone or to promise. I assure you that the chocolate is fresh. Ensure chiefly means to make certain or to guarantee. He must ensure that the effect is eye-popping. Insure can be interchangeable with ensure in some cases, but it's easiest to keep these words straight by reserving insure for references to insurance. I need to insure my car. The definitions are different in British English. In Britain, assure can mean to insure against a loss. Abandon your backward ways. Backward versus backwards. When backward and backwards are used to describe verbs, both words are correct and interchangeable. The children moved backward, the children moved backwards. Count backward from 10 to 1. Count backwards from 10 to 1. The S is more common in Britain than in the United States, so you should consider what the convention is in your country and use backwards in Britain and backward in the United States. This regional difference is one reason you're probably confused. If you read the New York Times and BBC websites in the same day, you could see the word used both ways. The exception is that you never use the S when you use backward as an adjective, in other words, to describe a noun. It's always backward as an adjective. They couldn't understand the Peeves' backward ways. Aardvark wondered if the program had backward compatibility. So if you're in the United States, you have it easier because you can just remember that it's always backward without the S, not backwards. We like shortcuts here, like drive-through restaurants, so you can remember that we've lopped off the S. But if you're using British English, then you have to remember that it's backwards as an adverb and backward as an adjective. The story is similar for the words toward and towards. Both are correct and interchangeable, and you can use either one because they mean the same thing. The S is more common in Britain than in the United States, so you should take into account what the convention is in your country and use towards in Britain and toward in the United States. Again, a memory trick can be to remember that Americans like shortcuts. I feel bad. Bad versus badly. Interviewers often ask if people are afraid to write to me, and the answer sadly is yes. I get a lot of email messages in which people, even my mother, include blanket requests for forgiveness for any unidentified grammar errors. I feel bad about that. My goal isn't to make people self-conscious or afraid. In addition, I get skewered when I make an error, or perceived error myself. So when I was quoted in an article saying, I feel bad about that, a lot of readers saw a chance to send me a gotcha email message about using bad to modify feel. They maintained that I should have said, I feel badly about that. I'm not perfect, and I make lots of errors, especially in live interviews, but this isn't one of them. The quick and dirty tip is that it's correct to say you feel bad when you're expressing an emotion. To say, I feel badly, could imply that there's something wrong with your sense of touch. Every time I hear people say, I feel badly, I imagine them in a dark room having trouble feeling their way around with numb fingers. I get that image because badly is an adverb, meaning that it modifies a verb. Adverbs sometimes modify adjectives and other adverbs too. So when you say, I feel badly, the adverb badly relates to the action verb feel. Since the action verb feel can mean to touch things, feeling badly can mean you're having trouble touching things. This is a problem with most verbs that describe senses, such as taste and smell. Consider the different meaning of these two sentences. I smell bad. I smell badly. When you say, I smell badly, badly is an adverb that modifies the verb smell. You're saying your sniffer isn't working, just as when you say you feel badly, you're saying your fingers aren't working. When you say, I smell bad, bad is an adjective, which means it modifies a noun. You're saying you stink, just as when you say, I feel bad, You're saying you're regretful or sad or ill or wicked. The reason people often think they should say they feel badly is that it's only after linking verbs such as feel, smell, and am that you use an adjective such as bad. With most other verbs, it's correct to use the adverb. For example, if you gave a horrible speech, you could say, it went badly. If a child threw a fit in a shopping mall, it would be correct to say she behaved badly. The quick and dirty tip is to remember the following. Adjectives follow linking verbs. Adverbs modify action verbs. We'll discuss linking verbs later.